I'm sure at some point in our lives we've all had the thought of immortality cross our minds. What would life be like if I was immortal? It's got to be good, right? Well, personally, I'm not sure. Let me know what you think down below. And while you're busy with that, we're going to learn about an animal that seems to have cracked the code to immortality. So stay tuned with Ants Reptile Colony as we learn about the immortal jellyfish. Immortality. Not exactly the word you'd expect to describe a jellyfish, but Turritopsis dorhnii, which is a small hydrozoan found in tropical and temperate waters, seems to have cracked this code, which means it can effectively live forever. I say effectively because it's not exactly immune to predation. If it gets eaten, yep, that's done. That's the end of it. No next season, we're done. Jellyfish over. So it's not necessarily immortal in the way that we would describe someone we see from the movies as immortal, or maybe on the TV, or even a higher being. It is, however, immortal in the sense of that it can regenerate really fast and really well, and it can to an extent avoid aging, so it doesn't really get old. But that's simpler said than what's actually happening behind the scenes. I mean, the creature must still go through its full life stages from a free swimming planula to a sexually mature jellyfish or hydrozoa. But if it doesn't age, then how can it do that? So it starts life as any other jellyfish, as a free swimming planula, which is the larval stage of this creature. The planula then settles down onto the seafloor and forms a polyp. All the jellyfish and polyps that arise from the singular planula are all genetically the same, which means they're pretty much clones. The polyps then branch out extensively, which is not super common but does occur among the jellyfish. The developed jellyfish, or the medusa, then pop off, forming an immature individual, which means that it is not sexually mature yet. It then eats and grows and eventually becomes a larger, sexually mature adult. For Turritopsis dorhnii, when they pop off as a polyp, they're about 1 millimeter in length, and full-blown adults are about 4 millimeters in length. So still really small. This whole process is pretty stock standard for a jellyfish. It was just the basics. There may be a couple more particular phases, but as a whole, pretty stock standard. So here's the part we've all been waiting for. If the adult Turritopsis dorhnii gets damaged, experiences harsh environmental stresses, or is getting too old, so its cells are about to experience senescence, which means the cells end up dying, it is able to revert back to its polyp stage, forming a whole new polyp colony. How cool is that? It hasn't been observed in the wild, but it has occurred multiple times in captivity, which leads us to believe that it does occur then in the wild. This reverting back is almost like a human reverting back into a baby, kind of Benjamin buttoning it. But no, maybe it's more like a butterfly reverting back into a caterpillar, because human babies are not able to fend for themselves and are pretty useless. But anyway, that's beside the point. The whole process of the cell development is known as transdifferentiation, which basically means that a fully differentiated cell, which is a cell that has a specific job, then transforms into another cell or a different cell that has a different specific job. It does not go back into the stem cell, which is undifferentiated and can get changed into a different cell. It goes directly from one cell to another cell, meaning that in theory, this jellyfish is biologically immortal. And because of this biological immortality, Turritopsis dorhnii is a huge focal point for pharmaceutical research related to anti-aging, as well as many basic biological research. So who knows, the theory to everlasting youth might lie within a jellyfish. But I'm definitely not getting any younger making this video, which begs the question of, if you could be immortal, at what age would you like to stay at? I'll definitely need some time to think about that. So thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it. It really does help. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you stay up to date with all the new content. And if you want to watch another video on an animal that seemed to have cracked the code, click on this one right now. But until then, remember, it's never too late to learn, and I'll catch you in the next one.